Okay, you guys, good morning. So, this is me, Akina. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes um, before I really go live to talk about some things. Um, so, I'm going to go back on mute and I will be going live in the next 2 or 3 minutes. As you're coming in, please make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and to everyone who is new to my channel. Welcome everyone who's been here on my channel. Um, I appreciate you. I know that I have some mods who are on here who may pop in from time to time, but in the event that you come over and you want to be a mod, let me know and I will make you a mod on my channel, especially if you've been a regular here. So give me a minute, you guys, until about 7:50, and then I'm going to go live to talk about some things. Okay, you guys, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to get in a different part of the room here to talk about some things, you guys. And some of you may not agree with me. Um, this is for entertainment purposes. It's for you guys to use what's going on with me as a discretion. Let's just put it like that. This is not to change you guys' minds about dating men or relationships with men. And I know sometimes people come here and they listen to my content, and sometimes you guys come here and you listen to what I'm saying. And I think women's biggest downfall right now, with everything with men, is we're so naive to men. Okay. I used to be her. I used to think that these men were these great, amazing individuals who loved women. And as I've lived and had experiences with men, I've learned that not all men are like that, you guys. There are just some men out here who are very mean. They're very cruel to women. I'm learning that even though you're married to a man, you've had children with a man, it does not mean that a man loves you or cares about you or your children. And right now, I am going through something legally with my ex and his wife. And I'm not here to talk about the entirety of the legal thing that I'm going through, because there is a child involved in this. But I think that my ex right now is having a psychotic break, you guys. And it is something that the courts are going to have to order him to go and get some kind of help. I don't know what's going on in his marriage. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. But when you include my children in things and you hurt my children, I take that very serious. So right now, there are legal things going on right now with my ex. I know him and his wife have had some marital issues, and there are some serious, infidelity accusations within their marriage. And right now, um, these men right now, you guys, they have nothing to lose. Okay, they have nothing to lose when they feel like things are being taken away from them. And I feel like that's what's going on with my ex right now. I don't know what's going on with men. But based upon all of these stories and, things that women share, it's something that you women need to pay attention to. Because women like me are not just sitting online just to be talking. I'm a real person. I have children. I have feelings. I have emotions. And right now, there is a lot going on with men. Okay. It's not just the young men, it's the old men, it's all men who are acting out and acting wild right now. And see, this is what happens. And I know you men come to my channel and you listen to me. This is what happens when you don't get therapy. This is what happens when you don't take care of your mental health and you don't address internalized issues. You project these things onto women. And this is what you men are doing. And this is why women like me, I constantly clock you men when you're showing red flags. I remind you that what you're doing and what you're saying is very harmful. It's very dangerous. It's not good for my mental health, etc. I show you men what you're doing. And that, I don't care what race of man you are. If you're acting out and you're talking crazy and you're acting crazy and you're doing things that are not deemed to be normal, I will call you out on it. How you take that depends on your level of accountability and what you're willing to accept. All of this with the male loneliness epidemic, you guys, it has nothing to do with women. This is all about men and their issues that they have not addressed internally. And I am not going to be responsible for another person's feelings, emotions, what they think, what they say, what they should be thinking and saying, and so on. I'm not responsible for that. At the end of the day, us women, we have our own load to deal with. We have our own issues we have to deal with. And we cannot take on the responsibility of men. We can't do that. We can't do that. You men are showing that it is safe for women to be single. That's what you men are showing women, that we don't need to be around you guys because your behavior is so dangerous. It is so toxic to women. Each and every day I get on TikTok, there's some woman online complaining about her man. There's always red flags going on with you men. There's always something going on with you men. And when women call out these behaviors, you men are quick to pin the responsibility on women. You're ready to start blaming women for why you're doing this. It's kind of like an abuser who says, well, I abused her because I didn't like the way how she talked to me. I abused her because I didn't like the way how she dressed. I did this and I did that to her. It's all a form of abuse and punishment. And as someone who survived DV and has gone through DV, I can tell you when I see someone who's being very abusive. All abuse, lady, starts off as manipulation. So a man who constantly has to keep manipulating and lying and gaslighting, these are all red flags and all the grooming stages of abuse. And manipulation does not have to be physical abuse. It could be verbally, it could be emotional, it could be psychologically. And what you men are doing and what you have been doing to women, you've been abusing women by manipulation. And I will say it again that you men collectively are not capable of loving women. You're not capable. Because if you were capable of loving women, women would not be online sharing their experiences about you and towards you. Just like the situation with, why are black women not speaking to us? Well, black men, you were just online saying that you wanted nothing to do with black women. Do you see how you guys switched the goalpost so much? You were just online calling black women fat and undesirable, which are all abusive terms, by the way. When you're shaming someone and putting someone down and tearing down their confidence, this is what you men are doing. You're tearing down women because you do not know how to talk to women. You don't know how to love women. You don't. know, women are not just online talking about their experiences or making these experiences up. You men have created this atmosphere that has put women in a very, very uncomfortable position based upon how you men treat women. Is it all of you men? No, it's not all of you. But a large percentage of you have made women so uncomfortable dealing with you, less more dating you. Because we all have to deal with each other in society, especially if, we're running errands, or just out in public. But you men have made this atmosphere for women. You've done this. And this is why women are responding to you men the way that they are. And I know that I'm gonna get feedback from you men, and I don't care. I don't care. Because it needs to be said. And you women, you should start holding men accountable for the shit that they're doing. Because men are doing what they're doing because some man out here and some woman that they dealt with did not hold them accountable for the shit that they're doing. This is why all of this is happening. So on one hand, you black men were sitting online talking about black women like a dog. Okay, can we just be real this morning? Because it's time to be real this morning. You were sitting online talking about black women like a dog. We're too loud, we're too ghetto, we're this, we're that. But now you're upset because we're not talking to you in freaking grocery stores? Get the fuck out of here. This is what abusers do. They turn around and they blame you for things, and then they turn around and then they play victim. Well, how dare you speak to me when I don't want to be spoken to? How dare you ignore me in the grocery store because I need attention for today? How dare you? How dare you? You know, how dare you not speak to me at the grocery store because I need attention because I'm not getting attention at my job or at home or with the women that I want. And this is where the lack of accountability comes into play, ladies, because these men who are like this feel like they are entitled to women's time, energy, body, sex. Like women don't have lives outside of dealing with you men. I have a life outside of dealing with you men. Like right now, I'm getting ready and prepared to go into class this morning. You guys, I'm taking some extra classes, right now before I actually go back in January to start my new program. Just continuing education classes that I'm doing. And I have about 4 classes that I need to do that are, self-paced, no real set schedule, just something to kind of give me some extra leverage under my belt with the current, education experience that I have and, everything with my business. So men seemingly have a very hard time when women choose themselves or women choose to elevate themselves. How dare you ignore me at the grocery store? How dare you ignore me at the gas pump when I'm talking to you? As if women owe you men anything. We don't owe you shit. And the quicker you entitled men, understand that, the better things are going to be moving forward. Women don't have to talk to you. Women don't have to sleep with you. We don't have to have your babies. We damn sure don't have to live with you or marry you. Do you understand that? And if you don't understand that, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today what we can do and what we can't do. But this is what the patriarchal system has done. It's turned you men into entitled little brats, where you just walk around and you just think because you're a man and you have a penis between your legs that you can talk and treat women any kind of way. And it's not happening, Captain. It's not happening. Because you're going to fuck around and you're going to find out from some woman out here who's not going to put up with that bullshit. And I can tell you right now, I don't put up with that. I told you, ladies, that these men don't need a woman. They don't need sex. What they need is they need therapy. A lot of you men need some therapy. A lot of y'all need some therapy. And you know that you need therapy. You know that you're unhinged. You know that you're psychotic. You know that you have mental health illnesses that have not been diagnosed or treated.